Welcome to our channel. Today we're talking about the importance of living more in the spirit than in the flesh. The flesh represents our physical and worldly desires, while the spirit represents our inner self and connection to something greater. By focusing on the spirit, we can find true fulfillment and purpose in life. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more great information. Thank you. Let's continue. Understanding the concept of living in the spirit. Living in the Spirit refers to the idea of living in accordance with the guidance and influence of the Holy Spirit in most spiritual practices. It is the belief that one should allow the Holy Spirit to guide and direct their thoughts, words, and actions in order to live a life that is pleasing to God. This concept is often associated with being filled with the Holy Spirit and walking in the Spirit, which is seen as a way to overcome sin and live a righteous and holy life. The difference between living in the flesh and living in the spirit. Living in the flesh and living in the spirit are two distinct ways of approaching life. Living in the flesh refers to focusing on our physical and worldly desires, while living in the spirit refers to focusing on our inner selves and connection to something greater. When living in the flesh, individuals may prioritize material possessions, physical pleasure, and personal gain. They may be driven by their ego and external validation, and may struggle with issues such as addiction, greed, and envy. They may also have a hard time finding inner peace, true purpose, or meaningful relationships. On the other hand, when living in the Spirit, individuals prioritize their inner selves and spiritual connection. They may practice self-reflection and self-awareness, and may engage in daily spiritual practices such as meditation, prayer, or reading spiritual texts. They may focus on inner peace, love, and compassion and finding meaningful relationships. They may also be less attached to material possessions and more focused on living a life of service to others. Living in the Spirit is not about following a certain set of beliefs or practices, but about finding a deeper connection with oneself and one's purpose in life. It's about living with a sense of inner peace and fulfillment, rather than constantly seeking external validation or pleasure. It's also about living with a sense of humility, empathy, and love for others, recognizing that all human beings are connected and that we are all part of something greater. The benefits of living in the Spirit, such as inner peace, deeper relationships, and a sense of purpose. There are many benefits to living in the Spirit. One of the most notable is inner peace. When individuals focus on their inner selves and spiritual connection, they are more likely to experience a sense of calm and tranquility. They may be less affected by external stressors and more able to find inner peace in difficult situations. Another benefit of living in the Spirit is deeper relationships. When individuals focus on their inner selves and spiritual connection, they may be more able to form deeper, more meaningful connections with others. They may be more compassionate and understanding, and may find that their relationships are more fulfilling. Living in the Spirit also provides a sense of purpose. When individuals focus on their inner selves and spiritual connection, they may find that their lives have more meaning and significance. They may be more motivated to make a positive impact in the world and may find that their actions are guided by a sense of purpose. Additionally, living in the Spirit can also provide other benefits such as greater self-awareness and self-acceptance, a sense of humility, empathy, and compassion towards others, a release from addictions and unhealthy habits, a sense of gratitude, contentment, and joy, a better understanding of one's own values, beliefs, and priorities, a sense of connection to something greater than oneself. Overall, living in the Spirit can lead to a more fulfilling, meaningful, and peaceful life. It encourages individuals to focus on what truly matters and to live in a way that is in alignment with their inner selves and spiritual beliefs. Examples of how people may be living in the flesh. There are many examples of how people may be living in the flesh, such as focusing on material possessions. People who are living in the flesh may place a lot of importance on material possessions, such as designer clothes, luxury cars, and expensive homes. They may define success and happiness in terms of material wealth and may be constantly seeking to acquire more possessions. Constantly seeking pleasure. people who are living in the flesh may be focused on constantly seeking pleasure, whether it's through food, drugs, sex, or other forms of entertainment. They may have a hard time finding satisfaction in life and may be addicted to the constant pursuit of pleasure. Prioritizing external validation, people who are living in the flesh may be focused on gaining external validation and may be driven by their ego. They may be overly concerned with their public image and may be constantly seeking approval from others. Being driven by fear, people who are living in the flesh may be driven by fear and may be reluctant to take risks or try new things. They may be more focused on maintaining the status quo than on making positive changes in their lives. Being self-centered, people who are living in the flesh may be self-centered and may be less concerned with the well-being of others. They may be more focused on their own needs and desires and may struggle with empathy and compassion. Being attached to unhealthy habits, people who are living in the flesh may be attached to unhealthy habits, such as smoking, excessive alcohol consumption or drugs, and may struggle to break free from them. It's important to note that it's possible for people to have elements of both living in the flesh and in the spirit at different points in their lives, and that it's a continuous process of self-reflection and improvement. The importance of daily spiritual practices, such as meditation, prayer, or reading spiritual texts. Daily spiritual practices such as meditation, prayer, and reading spiritual texts can be important for a variety of reasons. They can help individuals connect with their inner selves, find peace and tranquility, and gain a sense of purpose and meaning in their lives. Additionally, these practices can also provide a way to connect with a higher power or a sense of something greater than oneself. Meditation can be particularly beneficial for reducing stress and promoting relaxation, as well as improving focus and concentration. Prayer can provide a sense of connection with a higher power and can be used as a way to express gratitude, ask for guidance, or offer support. Reading spiritual texts can provide wisdom and guidance, as well as serving as a source of inspiration and comfort. Ultimately, the importance of daily spiritual practices is highly individual and depend on one's own beliefs and needs. Some people may find that incorporating these practices into their daily routine provides a sense of grounding and stability, while others may find that they provide a sense of transcendence and connection to something greater than themselves. Find a community or support group to help you on your spiritual journey. Finding a community or support group can be a great way to enhance and deepen one's spiritual journey. Being surrounded by like-minded individuals can provide a sense of belonging, support, and encouragement as you explore your spirituality. It can also offer a diverse perspective and new ideas, which can challenge and inspire you to grow. Joining a spiritual group or community can also provide opportunities for shared practices, such as meditation or prayer, which can be more powerful when done in a group setting. Additionally, such groups may offer workshops, classes, or retreats, which can provide a deeper understanding and connection to your spiritual path. There are many ways to find a community or support group. You can start by searching online for groups in your area or checking with local churches, temples, or spiritual centers. You can also reach out to friends or family members who may be interested in similar practices, or look for community groups or forums on social media platforms. It's important to find a group or community that aligns with your beliefs, values, and goals. Remember, it's about finding a group that you resonate with and feel comfortable and safe with. Take your time and don't be afraid to try different groups before finding the one that feels right for you. In summary, finding a community or support group can be a valuable tool to help you on your spiritual journey. It can provide support, inspiration, and new perspectives, as well as a sense of belonging and connection. So, take the time to find a group that aligns with your spiritual beliefs and values, and be open to the possibilities that come with it. How to make spiritual practices a part of daily life, such as setting aside a specific time each day for meditation or carrying a small item that can serve as a reminder to stay in the spirit. Here are a few tips for incorporating spiritual practices into your daily life. Set a regular schedule. Set aside a specific time each day for your spiritual practice. This could be first thing in the morning, during lunch break, or before going to bed. Having a regular schedule will help make the practice a habit and easier to stick to. Keep it simple. Start with a simple practice that you can easily fit into your daily routine. This could be as simple as taking a few deep breaths and focusing on your breath, or repeating a mantra or affirmation. Make it portable. Make your spiritual practice portable by incorporating it into your daily routine. For example, you can carry a small item that serves as a reminder to stay in the spirit, like a mala or a rosary. Be consistent. Consistency is key when it comes to making spiritual practices a part of your daily life. Even if you only have a few minutes each day, make sure to set aside the time for your practice. Find a supportive community, join a spiritual group or community that aligns with your beliefs and values. This can provide support, inspiration, and accountability for keeping up with your spiritual practices. Be flexible, be open to trying different practices, and be willing to adjust your routine as needed. What works for one person may not work for another, so be open to exploring different practices until you find what resonates with you. Let go of expectations. It's important to let go of any expectations or pressures to make spiritual practices a part of your daily life. Instead, approach it with a sense of curiosity and openness, and let it be a personal journey. Incorporating spiritual practices into your daily life can be a powerful way to connect with your inner self and find meaning and purpose in your life. It takes time and commitment to make it a habit, but with consistency and patience, it will become a natural part of your daily routine. The importance of self-reflection and self-awareness in living in the Spirit. Self-reflection and self-awareness are important aspects of living in the Spirit. They involve taking the time to understand one's thoughts, emotions, and behaviors and how they relate to one's spiritual beliefs and values. Self-reflection allows individuals to gain insight into their own thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, which can help them understand themselves better and make positive changes in their lives. It also enables individuals to examine their beliefs and values, and to question if they align with their spiritual practices. Self-awareness is the ability to be aware of one's thoughts, emotions, and behaviors in the present moment. It allows individuals to be mindful of their actions and reactions, and to make conscious choices about how they want to respond to different situations. This can help individuals live in alignment with their spiritual beliefs and values, and make choices that align with their spiritual goals. Self-reflection and self-awareness also allow individuals to identify negative patterns or habits that may be holding them back from living in the Spirit. By identifying and addressing these patterns, individuals can make positive changes in their lives and develop a deeper sense of self-awareness. Incorporating practices such as journaling, meditation, or therapy can be helpful in fostering self-reflection and self-awareness. It's important to take the time to reflect on one's thoughts and emotions, and to be honest with oneself about one's strengths and weaknesses. In summary, self-reflection and self-awareness are essential aspects of living in the Spirit. They allow individuals to gain insight into their own thoughts, emotions, and behaviors, and to understand how they align with their spiritual beliefs and values. By incorporating practices that foster self-reflection and self-awareness, individuals can make positive changes in their lives and live in alignment with their spiritual goals. Examine our own lives and identify areas where you may be living in the flesh. It's important to take time to examine one's own life and identify areas where one may be living in the flesh, rather than in the Spirit. Living in the flesh refers to living a life that is focused on worldly desires and pleasures, rather than spiritual growth and fulfillment. Here are a few ways to identify areas where you may be living in the flesh. Reflect on your values and beliefs. Take time to reflect on your values and beliefs and compare them to how you're currently living your life. Are there areas where your actions don't align with your values? Pay attention to your thoughts and emotions. Be aware of your thoughts and emotions throughout the day. Are there negative thoughts or emotions that you struggle with on a regular basis? Examine your relationships. Take a look at your relationships. Are there any relationships that are based on selfish desires or that cause you to compromise your values? Assess your habits and routines. Consider your daily habits and routines. Are there any that are harmful to yourself or others? Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself about areas where you may be living in the flesh. It's important to acknowledge areas where you may be falling short and to take responsibility for making positive changes in your life. Once you've identified areas where you may be living in the flesh, you can take steps to make positive changes in your life. This may involve making changes to your habits, routines, or relationships, or incorporating spiritual practices into your daily life. Remember, it's a journey, and progress is made one step at a time. It's important to remember that recognizing areas in our lives where we may be living in the flesh is a process of self-discovery and self-awareness. It's not meant to be judgmental or critical, but rather an opportunity to make positive changes in our lives and to live in alignment with our spiritual beliefs and values. How to make necessary changes and grow in the Spirit. Making changes and growing in the Spirit can be a challenging process, but it's worth it to live a life that is aligned with your spiritual beliefs and values. Here are a few tips to help you make necessary changes and grow in the Spirit. Incorporate spiritual practices into your daily life. Incorporating practices such as meditation, prayer, or reading spiritual texts into your daily routine can help you stay connected to the Spirit. Surround yourself with positive influences. Seek out people, books, and other resources that inspire and encourage your spiritual growth. Spend time with people who support your spiritual journey and who can help you stay accountable. Reflect on your thoughts and emotions. Take time to reflect on your thoughts and emotions, and be aware of any negative patterns or habits that may be holding you back from living in the Spirit. Practice forgiveness. Forgiveness is a powerful tool for spiritual growth. It's important to forgive others and to forgive yourself for past mistakes. Seek guidance and support. Don't be afraid to seek guidance and support from others. Joining a spiritual community or finding a spiritual mentor can provide valuable support and encouragement on your journey. Be open to change. Be open to change and be willing to let go of old patterns and habits. Be open to new experiences and be willing to try new things. Be patient with yourself. Remember that spiritual growth is a journey, and progress is made one step at a time. Be patient with yourself and trust in the process. Practice gratitude. Cultivate a habit of gratitude. Take time to appreciate the blessings in your life and to be thankful for the good things that come your way. It's important to remember that everyone's spiritual journey is unique and different. It's important to find practices that resonate with you and that you feel comfortable with. The key is to be open and willing to change, to trust in the process, and to be patient with yourself. With time and effort, you will be able to make necessary changes and grow in the Spirit. Thank you for watching. Remember, living in the Spirit is not just about following certain practices for beliefs, but about connecting with your inner self and finding fulfillment and purpose in life. We hope that this video has provided you with some valuable insights and inspiration to live more in the Spirit. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content on this and other important topics.